Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Golden Bachelorette fans slam fake and corny season. Joan Vasso's season of The Golden Bachelorette has gotten great reviews, but some fans think it is corny and fake. Keep reading to see why. Golden Bachelorette fans slam fake and corny season. Joan Vasso's season of The Golden Bachelorette kicked off last month to great fanfare. The show is once again being touted on social media as wholesome and genuine. However, one Bachelor Nation fan isn't sold on the senior version of the popular dating show. They took to Reddit to find like-minded viewers. Anyone else unable to watch the Golden show's base, they seem over-the-top fake/staged. The OP wrote on a Reddit thread. They added, "I can't quite put my finger on it, but both The Golden Bachelor and Golden Bachelorette have felt extremely corny and fake to me. Nothing against Joan, just looking to commiserate." The majority of comments express the exact opposite sentiment. Check out some of the replies praising The Golden Bachelorette. "No, I think it's more genuine. These guys are not trying to be influencers, not hiding their snoring, gas, aches, and pains. They're too old to change their patterns or normal routines, for the most part. It seems to me everyone is enjoying Golden Bachelorette over the OG ones, in particular the recent ones which have been a big disappointment." The exact opposite. "I actually never want to watch the younger people again because of it. All they care about is Instagram, and it's nice to watch genuine people who don't care about that and are having fun and letting loose and just all around being real." No, the opposite. They are far more real than the kids. This is how mature people behave. They listen, they are kind to each other, they care. I've also been watching since season 1. Emo The Golden Back is reminiscent of the early days before social media. It feels so much more authentic than what we've seen in the last 10-ish years. I have an opposite view. I think it's more real and emotional as opposed to the younger Bachelor and Bachelorette coming on the show for social media clout and to party. The View host accuses the show of being scripted. The View host Anna Navarro would definitely agree that The Golden Bachelorette is corny. In fact, she said so herself to Joan Vasso's face. Anna previously bristled when the discussion turned to The Golden Bachelor last year during Jerry Turner's season. Joan Vasso's recently went on The View to promote the show. Anna Navarro admitted that she had never watched an episode. She asked Joan, "What do you say to skeptics like me who think that this is all scripted and predetermined and kind of too corny for school?" The Golden Bachelorette denied multiple times that the show was scripted. "Honestly, it's not scripted, it really isn't. They never tell you what to say, they never tell you who to pick. They arrange dates for you, so that's really fun, but they have your input on that also. They ask you what you'd like to do," she said. Reality TV has been a cultural phenomenon for decades, feeding on the desire of viewers to peer into the lives of others, to be entertained by their triumphs and tragedies, and, of course, to indulge in the often contrived drama. Over the years, the Bachelor franchise has stood as one of the most successful examples, consistently bringing romance, tears, and plenty of roses to the screen. However, as with anything that has run for too long, audiences have become savvy to the formula. The latest spin-off, The Golden Bachelorette promised a refreshing take, a mature woman looking for love, with the added twist of an older cast. But not all that glitters is gold. Fans who initially tuned in with high hopes for a heartfelt and sincere journey into love beyond youth have quickly found themselves disillusioned. As much as the concept seemed fresh, it didn't take long for viewers to point out the familiar tropes that have plagued the series for years. The conversations online, on social media, and fan forums have been anything but kind. From accusations of fakeness to claims that the show is corny, The Golden Bachelorette is facing a wave of backlash that can no longer be ignored. Hashtag, the promise of authenticity broken? When The Golden Bachelorette was first announced, the premise felt revolutionary. For years, viewers had seen a revolving door of young, often 20-something contestants vying for love, their stories saturated with superficial conflicts and over-the-top theatrics. The older generation, many of whom may have experienced long-term relationships, heartaches, and the complexities of real life, promised a narrative that could be more relatable and grounded. And yet, just a few episodes in, fans began noticing how much the show felt like more of the same, just with older contestants. The classic dramatic editing, the predictable arcs, and the orchestrated confrontations were all too familiar. It became increasingly apparent that rather than embracing the natural nuances that might come from a more mature cast, the producers were simply transplanting the same tired Bachelor formula into this new setting. Online, fans voiced their disappointment. Many had hoped for genuine conversations about love later in life, touching on the complexities of widowhood, second chances, or rekindling passion after decades. Instead, viewers were met with the same glossy, surface-level interactions, complete with highly edited romantic dates and saccharine professions of love. The Golden Bachelorette was supposed to be real, one Twitter user lamented, but instead, it's just a bunch of fake drama wrapped up in cheesy speeches. Others echoed similar sentiments, expressing how they felt misled by the initial marketing, which promised a break from the typical Bachelor fare. Hashtag corny or comforting. A particularly biting critique that has made the rounds is the accusation that the show is corny. It's an interesting descriptor because it speaks to a deeper issue beyond just the show being fake or contrived. To many, the interactions and dialogues between the contestants feel overly rehearsed or staged. Moments that should be touching and heartwarming instead come off as cheesy and out of touch. For instance, the way some contestants engage in over-the-top romantic gestures, which might have seemed charming in their 20s, now feel awkward and out of place for a cast in their 60s and beyond. The classic Bachelor gimmicks, like serenades, public declarations of love, or crying over short-lived connections, feel less convincing when played out by a group that should be more seasoned in matters of the heart. It begs the question, why is a 60-year-old acting like they're in a high school rom-com? I cringed so hard when he started playing that guitar, a Reddit user commented after one particularly awkward serenade. It felt like a bad Hallmark movie, not something I'd expect from people who should be more self-assured and genuine. Yet, in defense of the show, there's an argument that perhaps what some see as corny is exactly what others find comforting. There's a charm in watching older contestants, typically excluded from mainstream dating shows, getting the chance to experience romantic fantasy. For some viewers, the innocence of it all, the flowers, the heartfelt confessions, the quaint dinner dates, brings a nostalgic warmth. Perhaps the cheesiness is less a flaw and more a feature, catering to those who crave simplicity in a complicated world. Hashtag, who's really at fault, the producers or the audience? One question that keeps cropping up amid the backlash is, who is responsible for the show's failings? Is it the fault of the producers for not delivering a genuinely different experience, or is it the viewers who expected something entirely different?